But yeah, I mean, I think one thing we always liked the way the Who destroyed their equipment. You know, they made it look so cool. You know, it looked good. It was like, yeah, that's not just a bunch of monkeys up there hammering away. You know, so it was to watch the Who do it. There was, because if you ever noticed when the Who were destroying their equipment, there was always a beat going on at the same time. I don't know why or how, but if you watch like the footage from the Monterey Pop Festival, they're destroying everything. There's smoke billowing everywhere, and everything is going out of control. But for some reason, it's like there's this doom 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 doom. Like how the hell do they do that? So I don't know. And I think that's Trey. He started lighting his kit on fire, and that was. I remember we played at the Jones Beach at this, and there was all these people on the side, there's all these bands on the side of the stage, and it was during Nimrod, and they were kind of watching us as we were playing. And remember, Third Eye Blind had to play after us, and we were just like we were playing, and then just I was in a G string. And then this like Trey's destroying the kit, and he lights his drums on fire, and this big gush of flames just comes shooting out like that, and then and there was just so much smoke, and then all these local guys that were the stage crew they ended up like with all these fire extinguishers, so it was this giant billow of smoke that was on stage. You couldn't really see anything, and I'm like going, I gotta play Time of Your Life right now, So I was sitting there, and I look out, and I look up, and there all the when the smoke clears, and all the bands are going like that, and then when the smoke clears, like the entire front section was empty. People just went running for. So I'm like playing. There's like all you get was like how Jones Beach has got the and it has everyone in front was just gone. Everybody just ran for the doors, So it was like, so we play Time of Your Life, and I was just thinking, oh, Third Eye Blinds, they've got a tough job right now.
Hard act to follow.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet the Who? I mean, have you ever met your idols?
Yeah. Okay, fuck it, I'll tell the story. So, there was, we were playing in Vancouver, and I was a little bit hungover, so we had to play that night, and I was like, I'm gonna go take a steam, and there was a steam room in the hotel. So I ended up going in, and then I was like, oh great, there's nobody here. I can go in the steam room, and I got my shorts on, and I'm like, okay, cool. So I go walking in, and all of a sudden it was like, oh man, weird old guy naked right in front of me. And so I just kind of turned my head like this, and I kind of he's like, bleh, and I was like, so I walk in, I go into the steam room, I was like, oh thank God he left. So I'm sitting here, it's all steamy and stuff, and all of a sudden I was like, oh no, here he comes again. I was sitting there, and then he was like, in this real thick Cockney accent, he was like, do you want it hotter? And then I said, and I looked at, I go, yeah, sure. I look up, I go, oh my God, you're Roger Daltrey. There he was, like in all of his glory. He's like, he's like, yo, you played in a band, you're in Green Day, and I was like, oh yeah. Yeah.
You're in a band too.
Yeah. So, yeah, under weird circumstances, I met the members of the Who. And members of the Who.
Were you thinking about Quadrophenia at all when you did American Idiot? Because it's got Jimmy.
Yeah, it's got the Jimmy thing, but yeah, I mean, I definitely thinking about how, I think I was thinking more about A Quick One.
Because there's two quick ones.
Yeah, I mean, there's something, that's like one of the greatest songs ever written,
That's on Magic Bus. You guys know it? It's on the Who's album. It's the first rock opera.
Yeah, and it was still at a time when it was like very kind of power pop, I don't know. It's just, and they were still like, they had that sort of pop art style and things like that. So it was just so like that was really appealing to me. And just like when I when, you know, I was like, man, I always want to write a song like that. I've always wanted to, so.
And now you have.
Yeah.
What next? I mean, are you going back on tour with American Idiot?
Yeah, you know, we're going to end up going out with a band called My Chemical Romance.
Oh, great.
And then we'll end up, you know, we'll probably end up doing selective shows where we're doing just the record again. And then, I don't know. I mean, I'm just, you know, I'm looking forward to this year. You know, we're going to have a great year, and, you know, we're just going to go out and keep touring. You know, that's, I love touring. I love being on the road. Really?
It doesn't get old?
Sometimes it gets old, but, you know, the shows are so good, and, like, you know, the crowd response is so, the energy, like, you just, I live for those moments, you know, so it's, you know, it's great.
Yeah, those songs must be hard to play live because they keep changing. I mean, it's not like you're playing the same. It's not like you're playing the same kind of music for 3 minutes.
Right, right. I mean, I think what's really important is, you know, this is the most we've ever played off a new album on a tour ever.
Really?
Yeah. So, and then, but at the same time, we don't want to, you know, I never want to be one of those bands that says, you know, we're not playing the old material. You know, we're too cool for the old material. You know, I love playing those old songs. You know, so yeah, we really, so our sets have been like 2 hours long, something like that. So.
I mean, a lot of the early songs you make yourself out as a neurotic, a basket case, a mess. Are you still that guy?
What's that?
Are you still that guy?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, isn't everybody? You know, I mean, that sort of, you know, I think you know, no matter what age you are, you always have those sort of core emotions that, you know, when you're younger, they're just kind of packaged differently, you know, and sometimes they're even worse, you know. I mean, how many people are on medication nowadays that are, you know, over 20? Yeah. So, you know, it's, you know, it's, you know, it's, you know, yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, I am still that guy, but a little bit different.
Still rage and love.
Still that for sure.
We're out of time.
To listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once. I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it.